Oh, and you know I got to work with in this one? So I'm a clown. Like, when I'm on these sets, because I only get to be on big TV shows like once or twice a year, knock on wood, thank God, if I book it. It's all luck of the draw, right?
Yeah.
But by now, I've been in enough of these things where I have my agent in New York, they're submitting me,
But yeah.
and I get the things. So, but I know the tricks now when I show up. Like, usually a day player, or in my case, I was there for like a week or 2 weeks, but used to being a day player. You show up, they try to like keep you in your little holding, like you come, you sign in, you go wait in your trailer, the little PA comes, and they say, okay, we're gonna bring you to hair and makeup soon, just wait, thanks. And then you go and you get your hair and makeup and your costumes in your trailer and you put it on, and you're just supposed to theoretically just wait then. You just wait in your trailer, and then when it's time for you to shoot, they'll come down where your setup's next, and then they come and take you, and you just maybe have like, we're gonna bring you in for rehearsal, and you rehearse once or twice in the little, you get to see it for a second, you rehearse your thing, and they expect you to be able to do the damn job, you know?
Yeah.
And then you shoot, and that's it. And then you're done, okay, we're wrapped for the bologna salesman, whatever, and they take you back to your trailer, and you're done. And you wait, and then you wrap up, and you go. That's what a normal human being does. I don't fucking do that, because why would I? Who the hell would do that? Only dummies. I show up on my COVID test day, and which is that little trailer in front of the studio, in front of the sound stages. And I finished my COVID test day, and I've cracked some jokes with the test lady. She's like, hey, if you want to get some coffee inside, no problem. I go inside. I realize I'm in extras holding. And so I eat some craft services. I sit there for a little bit. I charge my phone. I see a door that leads into regular cast holding. The bathroom's over there. I go into regular cast holding. If anybody would ask me, I'd say I'm going to the bathroom. No, I just walk in. It's New York City. Everybody's got coats and stuff. They're walking around. And everyone's got masks nowadays with the COVID.
Oh, yes. Should you?
I'll walk around there. I look around everything. Oh, there's another door open into the sound stages. I walk into the sound stages. I look around. I go inside every single room. I take pictures. I sit on the bench.
He's like Alice in
everything.
Wonderland.
If anybody were to stop me, what are you doing here? Who are you? I'm the bad guy this episode. I'm a cast member. Oh, you're not supposed to be here. I was looking for the bathroom. Sorry, it's right there. That's if it were to happen. Doesn't happen. Nobody cares.
So I imagine you're like taking video. Wow. What are you doing here? Bathroom?
Yeah. No, they don't care. They don't care. They're busy doing their jobs. They hate their jobs.
Oh yeah.
They're New Yorkers.
Yeah.
They're New Yorkers.
Just make sure you're not lost, hurt, or stealing.
Don't be like
Check. Good.
So I look at everything, and then I go back, and then I'm done, and then but I do also I call and tell the PA the AD because they give you a nice phone call when you get hired. Hey, welcome to the episode. Blah blah blah. And I call and ask them, hey, by the way, is it okay for me to come by set and just visit and say hello to the director, see how she shoots, see the rhythm of it, and which is often, it's just real too. Like it is very helpful. And they don't care. They're like, yeah, sure, let me ask. All right. So the next day when I came for my costume fitting, again at the studios, I said, hey, by the way, can I come by? I said, sure. Let me see. I said, okay, yeah, they're going to bring a PA out for you. Okay, they brought a PA. I went to set. I pretended like I'd never been in the set before and that I wasn't there yesterday like a jackass, touching everything and taking pictures. I was like, wow, this is very cool.
Wow.
Nice. I like this. So then I met the director, and they know who you are. They casted you. Like, hi, Fawad, how are you? I think that's me.
Oh.
And then I got to meet all these other actors that are in scenes that I would never meet because I don't have scenes with them.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I got to meet them. I took pictures with them.
That's cool.
And I got to see this shooting. It was great. And in fact, a few of them even liked the pictures. Later, I posted pictures, and they liked them, and I sent them their pictures and stuff. So then I went to, don't do this. Nobody else do this. So any of this you'll get fired. So I know how to do it, okay? It's not something you should do. So then, on the day then, when I'm shooting on the day, like I said, they come, wear hair and makeup, sit down, they bring you back to your trailer. Okay, the PA leaves, I immediately go to set. I don't care which scenes they're shooting, I don't care what's going on, I'm not sitting in my trailer, I'm going to set.
Yeah.
And I go to set and I stand by a PA and I just watch. And my teacher at the start, Jerry said, just go and stand out of the way. Stand by the crew, because they know where to stand. Out of the shot.
True.
You know?
True.
Don't be obtrusive, don't cause this. So I just stand in the background and I watch. And if anybody asks, hi, I'm the bad guy. Or I say, whatever, I'm the shoe salesman. And like, oh, okay. And then they go on, because they've got something to do.
Tony Montana one day. I'm the bad guy, hey!
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well, this time I was a bad guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't tell, like, play cool.
I'm the bad guy.
You gotta relax when you make the crank calls. And at first you get looks. They're like, "What the hell is this?" And then eventually you're like, "Oh, it's Fawad." And I go, "We'll bring you a chair." And then they bring me a chair, and I sit in the cast area and I watch everything. And it's true. And I tell if they were to say what you're doing, I would say, and it's true, that my goal is to become ubiquitous, to just become part of the scenery, for everyone to get used to me and me get used to them. It really does help when you're just shooting a few scenes to feel at home, and it just behooves you. It just helps you to as much as you can, given how little you're expected to work with.
So is this the part that they're not supposed to be doing?
What?
What you just said.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do any of this. You're just supposed to sit in your trailer and wait, and they call you and you go shoot the scenes, okay?
Look, you don't have Fawad's status. You are not Fawad.
Yeah.
Don't get fired.
You can try. Look, also it's about timing. You got to do it once they're really committed, and it'd be a pain in their ass to fire you. Right? The more difficult it is to fire you, the more you can get away with.
Yeah.
Like, if you're there on the day, they've got the air cannons, they've rented out the fucking boat, everyone's there, they got the lighting, they got 25, 30 extras there. They're not gonna fire you, man. It'd be so hard for them to fire you. To redo the whole damn thing. You could do a lot of nonsense by that point. You could be singing opera and shit. You could be fucking.
My god.
And they will cut around your ass. They'll find ways. Now they might cut you out the episode. You gotta watch out. They just might be like, you know what?
They might do that.
We don't need the cab driver. We're just gonna cut out that whole part. So you gotta play your cards right. But subsequently, I get a lot out of the experience, and I'm like a mega tourist. I'm on set, I'm taking pictures, and I make friends, and so it went well. So one girl I made friends with this time is the star girl lady. Look at me being a good old-fashioned 80s, 90s misogynist, calling women girls. What's wrong with me? I don't know. I used to do it. It was a compliment.
These goils.
This girl was a beautiful girl. I worked with this girl. She was so beautiful. 35 years old. This girl was so good. She was great at your job. This fucking actress is super accomplished, and I'm a piece of shit. But this woman, right? So phenomenal. She's so good. She was. Her name is Chantel Van Stanton, and so I'm there in holding, waiting next to her. She's the replacement star for 10 episodes because the star got pregnant. Missy Peregrine, whatever her name is, who's the star of FBI, she's pregnant. So they wrote in that she got hit with a sarin gas attack or something. She was in the hospital. So for 10 episodes, this lady's in. Because you know what happens in real life in the FBI. Anytime a super hot agent goes down, they immediately fly in another one.
Super hot agent, yeah.
Replace her with a super hot agent.
Obviously.
That's just normal FBI.
Yeah, everyone knows that.
So SP was SOP, standing operating procedure.
Yeah.
So this lady is the replacement for 10 episodes. She's amazing, blonde, blue eyes, just perfectly in shape. Amazing actor, super sweetheart. It turns out, super nice lady. So I'm there and holding, waiting next to her, and I'm looking up her bio because I do this. I quickly look up I Google them. And then I look what they've been in, and I pretend that I'm a fan of theirs. I'm like, oh man, you were so good in blah blah blah. Remains of the Day.
See this
you
episode.
were so good in Remains of the Day. I watched that. That was good.
Nice.
So I look her up, and then I see that she was on The Flash, and she was in The Boys. Oh. And I'm a big fan of The Boys.
The Boys. Yes.
I'm like, oh shit. So I immediately go, oh my god.
Yeah.
I go, you were The Boys, and you were The Flash. And she goes, yes. And she goes, I go, what is it? I was, I'm a comic book nerd. I'm a massive comic book nerd. She goes, oh my god, me too. I was like, ah. And she goes, yeah, I'm Becca Butcher. And so she was Becca Butcher on The Boys. She was Billy Butcher's wife.
Wow.
That gets kidnapped by Homelander.
Oh my god.
That he had Homelander as a kid with.
That's who you were with.
We're friends now. We're friends now.
That's awesome.
Me and her are friends. So we're there, and she's like, I'm a comic book nerd too. Me and my husband get comics and stuff. I was like, oh yeah, well, how big of a nerd are you? Which comic book do you got? You ever read this one? It's like, no. And I wrote a list of comic book recommendations.
You gave her homework to do.
She said, thank you so much for my list. I sketch when I'm on set. I'm always sketching, so I sketch the stars. I gave her a sketch. She shared it on Instagram. She said, thank you, Fawad.
Oh.
I sent her all my pictures. I took 1,000 pictures. I took 28 videos. You're not supposed to do any of it. I sent them to her.
Yeah.
And she replied. She said, thank you. You're the best for this, blah, blah, blah. So I like made friends with this lady, and she was on One Tree Hill. She was also one of the big actors on the show One Tree Hill.
Oh, okay. I missed
my
One
nieces,
Tree Hill.
but my nieces are big fans of it, so I got to be a cool uncle. She was great.